In this video, we'll be doing section 9.1 in our unit on quadratic functions for exponential algebra. 9.1 is on evaluating quadratic functions. So remember from our last chapter, a quadratic polynomial is one that's to the second degree. When we evaluate a quadratic function, we'll be told a number or a value to put in for the independent variable, which in this case is x. So we'll be replacing an x with a -3 and determining what the value is. So the first thing we do when we do these by hand is we replace all the x's with parentheses. It's really important that you do that. And then in the parentheses, we'll be putting in our value, in this case of -3. So those parentheses are important because we need to realize that there's actually a -1 in front of that first set of parentheses. And we learned in our earlier years of math that we have to follow rules of order. And the E in our rules of order stands for exponents. So that -3 to the second power needs to get done first. And a -3 times a -3 is a +9. And we need to replace that with a +9 before even considering that negative or that -1 out front. So now we have a -9 minus 5 times a -3. Now I just said times, and multiplication comes before addition and subtraction. So I need to take care of that -5 times -3 in the middle next. Last, I do my addition and subtraction from left to right. So I do -9 plus 15, which is 6, plus 3, which is 9. So my final value after evaluating this quadratic is 9. If you do it on your calculator to check, again, those parentheses are really important. So make sure you put them around the value, and also make sure you use the negative for the negatives and the subtraction for the subtraction. Notice they're different sizes, so make sure you punch it in correctly. So our final evaluation for -x² minus 5x plus 3 when x is equal to -3 is +9.